Hello, in this session we're going to start a new chapter which has to do with statistical description methods in pandas. Pandas objects contain different methods for calculating mathematical and statistical functions. Most of these functions extract a single value, such as the sum or average value, from the series or a series of values from DataFrame rows or columns. Let us start first with a data frame. So first let's minimize this, go to Spider, and from pandas import star. Then x1 equal data frame. Now we'll have the first two rows here, np.nan, so we'll need np as well. Import numpy as np. The first row is this. Then we have the second row 4.9 minus 2.5. Then we have another row np.nan and np.nan, and the last row 0.5 and minus 1.9. So these are the data. Index will be a list with these values A, B, C, and D, and columns will be again a list with the values 1 and 2. Let's print the result. x1 equal new line and x1, and let's make some dashes. Execute it, and we have two columns 1 and 2, indexes A, B, C, and D, and the values 6.4 NaN, 4.9 minus 2.5 NaN NaN, and 0.5 minus 1.9. Using sum method, a series is returned which contains the sum of the columns. So let's save this into variable x2, which will be equal to x1.sum. And let's print this out. Let's put it here x2 and here x2. Execute it, and we'll see that the column 1 will be 11.8. If we add the numbers of the column 1, then we have 6.4 plus 4.9 plus 0.5 will be equal to 11.8, which is the number here. We can see here that the sum is ignoring not a number values. And here we have minus 2.5, minus 1.9, and the value is minus 4.4. Let's have a look here. Minus 2.5 minus 1.9, the value will be minus 4.4. Okay, this is fine. So with sum, we can add the columns up. Let's have a look if we use parameter axis equal 1. Now the sum of the rows of the data frame is obtained. So x3 equal x1 dot sum, axis equal 1. Let's put it here x3 and here x3. Now we can see that the rows are added. So for the row A we have the value 6.4, so the non-values are ignored. For the row B we have the result 2.4, because 4.9 minus 2.5 is 2.4. For the row C, we have not a number values, which means that this value is 0. And for the row D, we have the value minus 1.4, because it is adding up these two numbers. The same result is here, 6.4, 2.4, 0, and minus 1.4. The IDX max and the IDX min methods return the index where the maximum or minimum value is found. So let's have a look. x4 will be equal to x1 dot IDX max. So we want to see the maximum value of the rows. And let's print this result out. Let's put it here x4 and here x4. Execute it, we can see that for the column 1, the maximum value can be found in the row A, because here we have 6.4. For the column 2, which is here, the maximum value can be found in the row D, and here we have D. If we want to have a look at the minimum value, we can have x1.idx_min. We can see that for the minimum value for the column 1 can be found in the row 0.5. And for the column 2, we can see that the minimum value can be found in the row B, which is -2.5. So the same result is here. Another method used is sum, which cumulatively will add the values. So let's have a look. x5 equal x1.sum, and let's put x5 here and x5 here. Now we can see that it will cumulatively add the values up. So initially we have for the row 1 6.4, then it will add 6.4 plus 4.9, and the result will be 11.3. The next value will be none because it will not consider it, and the next value will be 0.5. 0.5 will be added with 11.3, and the result will be 11.8. The same procedure will take part for the column 2. So we have it here first none, then we have -2.5, then we have none because it will not consider, so this is the last value, -2.5 minus 1.9 will be -4.4, so it will cumulatively add the values. If we put here x is equal 1, it will do for the rows. For summary of statistics of a pandas object, method describe is used, so we'll have it here. x6 equal x1.describe, and let's paste this value. Here we have x6 and here we'll have x6. Execute it, so we have a list of methods. For x1 we have 3 values, this one, and this one. So the count here is 3, because there are 3 objects which are not numbers. Whereas for the column 2, we have 2 objects which are not a number. It is this one and this one. The mean will calculate the mean value or average value of the columns 1 and 2. Standard deviation will calculate standard deviation for the 2 columns. Minimum value will calculate the minimum value of the 2 rows. We can see it here very easily that the minimum value for the column 1 will be 0.5 and for the column 2 will be -2.5. These 3 rows will calculate that the 20% of the values will be in this region. This will calculate 50% of the values will be in this region, whereas here this will calculate that 70% of the values will be in this region. For these 3, you have to know statistics. And the last one, maximum value will be for the column 1 will be 6.4. We can see it very easily. And here for the column 2, the maximum value will be -1.9. And here we have -1.9. The same result is here. That's it for the first part of statistical description method in pandas. I hope you enjoyed. See you on the next sessions.